What city is overrated? Dubai. It's the clickbait of the world. We have the biggest, tallest, most expensive. You won't believe when you see this. It's hot as fuck. Everything's a man-made tourist trap. Labor exploitation and racism are rampant. And they try so hard to prove to the world how modern and westernized they are. Really, it's just government propaganda. Went there a couple times on port visits while I was in the Navy. Everyone asked me how it was when I got home. And I always said if I wanted to spend a ton of money getting drunk in the desert, I'll just go to Vegas and save myself the jet lag. Winnipeg. Most people think it's a shithole. That's overrated. So every big city is overrated. Got it. Reddit. I went to a big city and it was a big city and or too touristy and or too crowded.
Las Vegas. I once ordered 4 drinks and my tab was $117. Then there's the heat. And the noise. And the creepy men lingering, well, everywhere.
Cabot Cove. The murder capital of the world. Sure, the murders are all solved. But would you really want to live in a city with that much easily solved crime? St. Mary Mead is another one. Tiny village has probably the highest murder-population ratio in existence. Los Angeles. It's dirty, crime-ridden, full of homeless, overcrowded, ugly, and a pain to get around in. Party City. As a former slave associate at Party City, I 100% agree.
Atlantic City. Venture a few blocks off the boardwalk and it's incredibly depressing. Very clearly an area exploited by the big casinos while the locals have been driven to absolute poverty, while they still force a smile to work the shops that are required for the tourist traffic.
When I was living in Las Vegas, I met someone who had just moved there from Atlantic City. Oh, I hear Atlantic City is like the Las Vegas of the East Coast, I said. He responded, Atlantic City is like if Vegas had AIDS. There was kind of a weird silence after that.
He wasn't wrong. Lego City. There always has to be someone falling into the river. Hey.
Build the helicopter. Myrtle Beach. I'm not even saying that it has a good reputation. I'm just saying that any shred of positive thinking about it makes it overrated. It has the highest quantity of buildings per capita with shark mouth entrances in the world though. If that's not culture, I don't know what is. Gotham, too much crime.
They say things are getting better, but things are worse than ever.
Lambs Grove, Iowa. It's not the paradise on earth that people always say it is. Don't get me wrong, it's got great Chinese food but the Motel 6 is meh at best. I will cancel my vacation plans. Do it then. I hear the suburbs of Atlantic City are quite exquisite. The blooms coming off the Rose City for Portland. Over the last decade or so the city's reputation as a scrappy underdog with the DIY art scene has attracted tons of people. Which has attracted lots of developers who tear down the scrappy DIY venues and bars and drive rent up and make it impossible to actually live in the city while making art/music there. Kinda like Austin, Texas for the past 40 years or so. My entire life has been watching people move from Houston to Austin and they all have the same complaint right around the 4 to 5 year mark, Austin just isn't the same anymore. I've been hearing that for about 25 years now, and I've had this discussion with people older than me and they say it's been that way for a long time.
Austin stopped being weird a long time ago, unfortunately.